Chogun namda shingla jeba sho idama guru ratna mendra niyadaya me sangye chedan songi chonam la chanchu padu tani kyapsu Dhargey shuje gibe chonam ye dola penjir sangye juba sho Sangye chodam soge chanam la chancho bado dani gyapsu Dhargey jujo gibe chonam ye dola penjir sangye juba sho Sangye chodam soge chanam la chancho bado dani gyapsu Dagi chinso gibe sonam gi jola penjir sangye juba sho. Okay. So we on the sixth perfection, the book, second volume. Finished the perfection of generosity and morality and patience. So that actually just really remind what generosity means, like reading from Lama Cheba's the last the Lamrim. Lama Cheba has the last part, that Lamrim sections. It says, inspire me to perfect transcendent generosity through improving the mind that gives without attachment, transforming my body, wealth, and good deeds from all times into whatever each being desires. So yeah, that's the generosity we talks. And then discipline, the morality. Again, it says, inspire me to perfect transcendent moral discipline by keeping, even at the cost of my life, myself, liberation, bodhisattva, and vajrayana vows, and by the collecting good deeds and helping others. So it's saying they life and their like a discipline, moral discipline. They choose more discipline instead of choosing life. That's the this talks about the result when you practice, and you will be become like that. And then the patience we just recently talks, and briefly here say, inspire me to perfect transcendent patience, even if all the being of the world become abusive, critical, threatens, right? Threatens, THREATN. Threaten, okay, threaten, or even kill me, undisturbed, I will work for their benefit. Okay, let me read one more time. Inspire me to perfect transcendent patience, even if all the being of the world become abusive, critical, threatens, or even kill me. Undisturbed, I will work for their benefit. So, okay, that's the talking about more the patience, perfection of patience, right? That having that kind of perfection, patience, perfection, discipline, master, and generosity has not really have to be enlightened. Before enlightened, you can have that kind of patience and generosity, even it's not complete. Definitely, you can have that. It says, even if all the being of the world becoming abusive, right, to you and critical or so on and so on, still your answer is always work for benefit, the benefit for that. This is the way what to call the beyond of our thought. It's like way beyond of our patience, right? So but we can become like that even the whole people involved abusive to me or criticaling me. So my mind is always keeps as compassion to them. That's then keep thinking the reverse is benefit, right? So far our reverse is revenge or the fighting back. So, but once you do have a patience, the perfection of patience practice, so you will have that kind of mind. That's the briefly I would just like to say. And now we're going to start from um, what's it? It's a joyous effort. Lamrim says joyous perseverance. Perseverance. Okay, it's the same, right? Joyful effort and joyous perseverance. Okay, this is the today's topic, and again, briefly review and reflected that. So I came here for learning Lamrim, special, specific, the joyful effort for benefiting to other, and through by benefiting us, in order to benefiting others, and then reach me to enlightenment. Therefore, said, okay, I have the enlightenment for all of the beings, sake of all beings. Therefore, I have to do practice. Therefore, I have to study it. Therefore, I came here for study for enlightenment. That's the just think by yourself to set up intentions with that way. Okay, so now the Lamrim here said how to train in the perfection of joyous perseverance. The section has 5 parts, same as like generosity has it, morality has it, patience has it. That's 5 parts. Also will be as with concentration and wisdom. So the first one is say what joyous perseverance is, and then how to begin the patience of joyous perseverance, practice of joyous perseverance, the devotion of joyous perseverance, and how to practice. And then last one is summary. So within these 5, we have to really pay attention for that, how to begin the practice of joyous perseverance. Same as like how to begin practice of generosity, right? And how to begin practice of ethical discipline or moral ethic, and then how to begin practice of the patience. That same will, that's how to begin the practice of joyous perseverance, because it naturally is not. This all practice is not what called is not happening as a naturally, and then even we don't have a like a aspirations or like interesting on doing this kind of practice. So therefore, always same as like things. That's first we have to build it after aspiration and interesting. Then will be you can do better practice. So therefore, all this each perfections, more you reflect it, review it, or more analytical meditate on how to begin the practice of each perfections, right? So here's how to begin the practice of joyous perseverance. So within this, yes, definitions, understand what is that perseverance, and then this and that. It's all important, but first for us, this is the most important us, the second one. Okay, and then now continues the what joyous perseverance is. Okay, now Chapel.
When you have focused upon something virtuous, joyous perseverance is enthusiasm for it. Engaging in the Bodhisattva deeds says, "What is joyous perseverance? It is delight in virtue." The Bodhisattva Levels explains it as a flawless state of mind that is enthusiastic about accumulating virtue and working for the welfare of living beings, together with the physical, verbal, and mental activity, such as a state of mind motivates.
Okay, so same as like a joyful again here. It's a state of mind. It says a state of mind motivated, right? It is also the mental state, and then it has to be understand clear. The joyful need to be built up from inside. Joyful not comes from outside, right? So because it's the state of mind, same as patience and generosity and morality practice. So all these 6 preparations are the state of mind. So therefore, same as like a joyful here, appetite here is also a state of mind. Therefore, the mind, once you define each perfections, it says it's a state of mind, then what you need to really look at there, what is the observation object and what is the aspect. Once you understand these two, you will understand what is the mind, right? So now here is a joyous perseverance. What is the observation object and what is the aspect, in order to understand the definition of this joyful effort, right? So it's very clear said here what the observation object is: virtues, only the virtues, right? So the virtues means what? Again, how we can define virtues, which is that the result brings you what called it brings you result. We say happiness and joyful. That's the virtues, and again, virtue itself is more state of mind, but we can accumulate virtue through by body speech also, right? So it's more the positive actions. It's not, virtue means not always necessary to karma, right? Sometimes we describe virtue means good karma, non-virtue means bad karma. So that even like who is out of the karma, like I say, Arhat and Mahayana, Arya beings are who are out of the karma, still they collected virtues, they accumulated virtue, right? Virtues. Therefore, virtue is not necessarily always like a contrived. I mean, like a contaminations things. So also it's a uncontamination things there, right? So that virtues. Okay. What example should be virtue? Your compassion of mind is virtue. The body actions, your helpings, doing prostrations, all this offering, these are the virtues. Your verbal like speech, out of that like when you know that the 10 non-virtues, right? So your speech of the out of 10 non-virtues, there's other virtues, opposite of non-virtues is virtues, and then your body action is same as like a opposite of non-virtue, it's virtues, right? So therefore delight in virtues, so that observation object. So let's say you are having enthusiastic to doing business, we not call it virtues, right? You are enthusiastic to doing for build it up the house or farm or gardens, we are not call it virtue, right?
Or if you're enthusiastic about business, you can give money to DNKL.
That's different result. What I said it, enthusiastic for gardening, for business, that's not virtues that we call. After you can create a virtue after you have money, right? So you are talking next one. Just stay with what I said. You are enthusiastic with having business is not called as virtue, right? It could be neutral. It could be non-virtues. Then special majority, the business are more non-virtuous because intentions has more deceive, deceive, and then like a cunning, deceit, yeah. So we say wrong livelihood. That's the what most of it goes, right? Anyhow, that has to be virtue, okay? So therefore, these are not virtues. And then we said what called is there anything, right? Is there, in like a brief way said, is there anything your actions, your studies, your reading book, or whatever activities you take, it's harms to other, it's non-virtues. It's not harms to, it's benefiting to other, it's virtues, right? The brief way you can think that. So any activities. So therefore, so you will know that my activity is virtue or non-virtues by harming other or benefiting others, right? So is there anything benefiting others, then it's virtues. It's not always others, also benefiting self and other, and that's the virtues, and benefiting or harms to self and others, that's non-virtues. And this is like a really deep, bright subject actually. It's not just explained by pure example, right? So day by day, how much you are doing, what you're doing, you should investigate is part of virtues or part of non-virtues. This action belongs to virtuous actions or non-virtue actions. Day by day, you have to think it. Then you will understand more clear what is virtue and non-virtues, right? Okay. Whatever the observation object is virtue, therefore I'm just trying to explain what is virtue, because it's not really clear to you that just say virtue is the observation object, right? So, and then you should know also what is virtues are, right? So what virtues are, and you can, if you really want to more conclude it, so you can conclude with the 10 virtue and 10 non-virtues. That's you can conclude. Anything you're doing action with the 10 non-virtues, that's the what called harms others, right? And anything like 10 virtues. So you are delighting in doing 10 virtues. Your joyful efforts are, you are enthusiastic to do these 10 virtues. That's joyous perseverance, right? So every hard work not called as joyous perseverance. We do it in Tibetan has a few different words. We call here joyous perseverance. We call zundu, zundu. That's two words. And then worldly, for we having hard work for worldly, like a constructor are, and like armies, and then all this worldly activities which we doing hard work for it. We call it like either dugri or zomba. That's it. We call it dugri or zomba. We never call it zundu. Okay, so therefore zundu means specific that enthusiastic mind only delight in virtues. That's zundu. So that's the we're talking here. Zundu means that enthusiastic for enlightenment, like virtues. Therefore, your observation object, which you are observing, what you are doing, it should be only virtues, and then having delight or enthusiastic. That's kind of aspect, right? Even virtue, they are like a past virtue, present virtues, future virtues, right? This is the joyous perseverance object should be future and present virtues, which you are delighting, which you are enthusiastic to doing it, right? You are having like a joyful or more happier with your past virtues. We are not call it joy like a joyful effort. We call it more rejoicing, right? So you are enjoying, you are more like a joy with your past virtue. That is rejoicing. Therefore, here virtues, observation object should be virtue. I mean, like a joyful effort. Observation object should be virtue, and it's a specific present and future virtues. That's your more focusing. And then, what is the aspect? Is that kind of mind. It's a happy, like a joyous, right? You're joyfully doing it. So that's aspect. It's like we do have like a sometime text activities with the joyful, sometime not. So, but the what call regarding virtue actions, most of the time we do not have enthusiastic on that. We do not have delight on that. So right, so it's very difficult. It looks like we are climbing up. So therefore most of people in this world most of time taking more take easiest, and then once you take easiest, then it's because the you are delighting for virtues, or you're doing some kind of virtue actions. It's like it's almost like a what call different than like the worldly mundane thought, right? It's different than people thought. Also, is a most of virtue things. We are many of them thinking either it is like a disturbing to me, or like it's unnecessary things to me in my daily life. Joy, the virtues are. Many of them thinking what is their more thinking is necessary in their life is non-virtues. That's we should also investigate. Really, we are thinking that or not, right? So that's the two parts. In order to describing, defining choice perseverance, the observation object, virtue, which is also like present and future, and then aspect is more joyful and delighted for that. So that we call okay. This and then Lama Tsongkhapa also in Lamrim there are two different type of gives like a definition, right? So first said like a it is delight in virtue is short, and then longest one is because of the Bodhisattva level explained. It say the flawless state of mind that enthusiastic about accumulating virtue and working for the welfare of living beings. That also aspect. The together they are together with the physical, verbal, and mental activities. So that means your the observation objects also be sentient being there, right? If you are more benefiting to other or the sentient being, and then observation could be sentient being. But once you observe in sentient being, what you more benefiting, more like taking virtuous actions, but still you are like they are not two. These two are not really different. Definition is like a same definition. It's not conflicted. So so in brief way, you can say it is delight in virtue. That is all talks like an observation object, and delight part of the aspect of that mind, right? Okay. So It's also a little bit like a opposite way to say, instead of say enthusiastic, delight, right? Say uh, mm, which mind do not have, right? Which mind do not have when you are what call take example as meditation. Okay, so meditation is kind of like a meditation on compassion. This is one kind of virtuous action, and then sometime we a little bit tired, and then what mind comes, like when you do like a try to do meditation on compassion, the another side of mind said, really don't want to do that, right? And then mine is more become um, what to call, it's like a stopping to doing it. That's kind of mind comes. That opposite of the joyful efforts. When that means you do not have a joyful effort. So then the brief way say opposite of virtues, like a joyous perseverance is the laziness. That's the things, right? Exactly. Once you have more lazy for doing this, and then laziness also we will explain. There are a few different type of laziness. Okay. So yeah, it says you are the one part of laziness that you're having more enthusiastic for doing some kind of worldly activities. Let's say,
Looking at Facebook.
yeah, looking. Yeah, so looking at Facebook. Also, you are like what was say. If you have anger to someone, right, then you have very enthusiastically try to what call yeah, revenge or so on, right? Still that kind of enthusiastic there, and this is more like a negative actions. And then also we have our neutral actions, as Anila said, like a Facebook, and then all these other things. You have enthusiastically using it, working on it, and then like I say then yeah, it keeps pop up in my mind. The going party is like you enthusiastically like arranging party or participating party. So things you're doing it, that we call is laziness. That you have it's still like a delighted mind or enthusiastic mind, joyful mind to doing these things. That's what we call laziness. Yeah.
You mentioned the Tibetan word for joyous perseverance, sundu.
Sundu.
So, and you also mentioned the Tibetan for worldly activity. You know, that was distinguished from sundu. What was that? Those two words for worldly activity that's not joyous perseverance.
What is not sundu? Why we use the word Tibetan?
Words, yeah.
Yeah, we use dugru or zomba. That's the just a dugru. We use dugru as a for that, and then yeah. So these are more like a you are more like a delight doing distraction things in your daily life. these are the, we call it's like a laziness. So this is the one of laziness called you are clinging on that activities, what call, you're clinging on that activities which do not have benefit to self and others. That kind of
Could you broadly say spiritual versus worldly? I mean, that's kind of spiritual, right?
We don't have to go spirituality. Even like say, you are this life happiness, right? You are this life happiness as your goal, and then going party. You are you are really delighting and enthusiastically participating that kind of party again and again. It is not really cause for what you wanted. So therefore,
so it has to do with intention. Then.
Yeah, that's most of the things. It has to do with intentions and to do with the goal.
Right.
So what your goal is, right? So that's it. Yeah, that's we say joyful. Let's say, like I said, like if your goal is the happiness in this life, just happy in this life, and then participating party, you will not see conflict between these two. You will not see, oh, this is not the laziness. But still, I will say it is laziness because it's like a say butterfly sees the butter lamp as a beautiful house. Try to enjoying with the butter lamp, right? You understand?
Moth.
What's that?
Moth is the word.
Moth.
Moth.
Moth means
It's like a butterfly that comes out at night.
moth. Okay, any insect. It is knowing why we
I know. but
only moth.
I just want people to.
Oh, I see.
understand
Okay,
it all the
okay.
way.
Yeah, butterflies won't be attracted to the butterfly, only the moth.
Only the moth, not other insect.
Well, other insects, Michael, butterflies are not attracted to it.
Oh, okay.
Sleep.
Yeah.
I mean, they don't.
Okay, let's take example then moth. So that sees that butter lamp as like a beautiful house, right? Attractable, and try to use it for enjoyment, and using it, and then burn. So different way to enjoyment, right? And yeah, this is also what we say. Also, we said that the deers clinging on attractable sound. So someone plays sound, and I don't know. It is not happening. I never see this here. But earlier in our textbook has a lot of example like that. So the hunters, they play beautiful like flute music, and then deers are really clinging and the attacker on that, and then they will not run, right? And then hunter has easy to kill it. So that's the one example how our job for we are not looking what the behind. Yeah, I'm enjoying right now, but what behind there? It's really perfect enjoying or something causing me to having more suffering. There's therefore they try to give example. Our enjoyment is more like which is like a moth enjoying with flame, or like a deer's enjoying with this beautiful sound, and like a pig, enjoying with they keep eating food, so what really, right? It's like a mini village has they keep the pig because the New Year, this is the New Year food. So, and then pig never thought, it's harming me. Pig always think, oh, it's my sponsors, how beautiful, keep giving me food, and taking care very well. Whole years, the end of years, what happening? that kind of enjoyments. So, and then also say it like an elephant enjoying with the mud. So because very hot weather and then enjoying with the mud and then stuck in the mud. So we have that kind of example, many examples there. So how our enjoyments are. So it's behind there is something waiting us for suffering. Or what enjoying here is causing us for suffering. So, but we never notice that. So therefore, I really don't think have to go spirituality. It's like a practical call is laziness. So because you don't want to do, you're more like a take easies, right? You are taking more easies, and then you really don't want to do like a hard work for build it up, some kind of patience practice, and then all these good things. So, and then you will never have like a complete happiness. Yeah. Yeah, therefore it is like a kind of like a laziness. And then even we think that worldly activities, the most of like a successfuls are hard workers, right? But they are like an easy way collected money when their parents die and then having a lot of money. That could be one of easy way, but sometime, right? It's also fuels are. It's not really hard workers, or therefore see most of hard successful whatever they do business or whatever the achievements are hard workers, isn't it? So yeah, therefore if they take like more easier, no learn, don't go to school and university and not go college, or like a more enjoyment day by day, how come they're success, right? So therefore it's big difference who study, work hard, like not really follow what they really want, is just more follow the reasons what I need to do it, and then work hard. And the another side, they're just take it easy and just follow the general mind, and then doing whatever they like it, not really think what they need it. So that's two different, and then they achieve two different achievement, and the one will be the successful for achieved, another will be not really, right? Even worldly activities you have like need to hard work, and the part of virtues, of course, you need a hard work for that to collect it. So there are no easy way, or there are no simple way. You cannot wait like your parents getting money as put dharma. So dharma, whatever but it could be your previous life, if your previous lives did very good, it could be a lot of help in this lifetime to understand easy, or like having that kind of delight mind for doing it. It could be, but it's only your previous life could help you, other none of those part of the virtues building up, right? So therefore you are the only one who need to work hard to get this all achievement. So therefore, joyful effort is the one of this talking about here. And then let's say yeah, as I tried to say that you are delighting, enthusiastic to doing for some kind of meaningless things or temporary happiness is our laziness, because temporary happiness will disturb to have like an ultimate happiness, and then it also disturbs you to having a lot of gaining knowledge things, right? So keep going party, you don't have any the time for study things, right? So if you don't have a time for study things, how you can graduate it from college, how you can graduate from university? There's no way. So therefore you still like it is laziness, isn't that? You seeing that? Because you are lazy for hard work to study, or more taking easy for keep participating party. So Therefore, you can say it is like a lazy, even not the spirituality. Yeah.
Also looking for shortcuts.
Yeah.
Shortcuts.
Yeah. This is not short. Yeah.
Shortcut is.
Yeah, I know shortcut.
Okay, so the same also the same thing. Looking for shortcuts.
What's that again?
Looking for shortcuts instead of.
Looking for a shortcut. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So, yeah, sometimes we are not really looking for a shortcut. It's like a more clinging and that, and we forgetting what really we need to do. That's the answer of that. And some are, yes, looking for a shortcut, but that shortcut brings you really short life, right? Short happiness. So that's the happening. Yeah. Okay. And then this is general. I try to explain, define to what is the joy's perseverance. And also, the Bodhisattva here, the perfection of joy's perseverance has to be like that. Again, go back to Lama Choba prayer. It says, inspire me to perfect transcendent joy's effort by striving with the tireless, what's it? T-I-R-E? Tireless, okay. By striving with tireless compassion for supreme enlightenment, even if I must remain for many eons in the deepest hellfires for the sake of each beings. It means like, I think it's talking about hell realms, right? So even like remaining in hell realms, eon and eon, benefiting with them, you are still having joyful there. So that the Bodhisattvas joyful. So we don't want that, right? So and then but one day definitely we can have that kind of quality. But right now we do not have that kind of quality, because even like a single, like a very small, like a suffering which brings to you or causing you, you're always avoiding from that, not really enthusiastically jumps on that, right? So these Bodhisattvas here who have that joyful effort, it's saying that much have a joyful, even they are living with the suffering to help the living beings who are suffer, eons and eons. They are ready for live there. They are ready for staying with it then. So this is the joyful, perfection of joyful effort, which Bodhisattva have it. So actually the joyful, perfection of joyful means that kind of things we need it. So having joyful to challenging with the suffering to help others, eons and eons. So never, discard?
Never discouraged.
What's that?
You're never discouraged.
You're never discouraged. Always have a delight, happy, enthusiastic to help. And then this day by day and goes to eon and eon, even like eons, and need to be staying in, remaining in samsaric hell realms, happily doing that. So that kind of mind, they have it. So that's mind we call perfection of joyful efforts, right? Yeah. And then also one of again, I'm just emphasizing what is the joyful effort, okay? And then also one of Lama Tsongkhapa's texts said that the prayer is like this: may I will apply myself to enthusiasm, achieving virtue unachieved, improving those attended, banishing utterly threefold, debilitating, debilitating laziness, debilitating laziness, banishing. Let me read it again. Okay, so may I will apply myself to enthusiasm, achieve virtues unachieved, improve those attended, banishing utterly threefold, debilitating laziness. So such things. So our joyful effort should be like a build up virtues which is not which is we do not have it, and what we have it developed it. So keep think virtues, right? And then keep work hard with that mind. Again, is you are not really thinking physical or what hard, right? Hard work. Having that kind of mind to keep focusing on joyful the virtues, and try to attain which you do not have it, and what you attain it, try to develop it. Always having that kind of enthusiasm or interesting on doing more these kind of things. That mind is joyful effort. That's we call it.
Another question. So we're always focusing on the virtuous actions, but there are so many times where we think we might be doing something virtuous, and then we do it and we find out that it wasn't.
Yeah, that's
and
true.
so so is there merit to going and really understanding what is virtuous and what isn't, so that we're not deluding ourselves thinking that we're doing something good and then get disillusioned when it wasn't?
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
Is there any merit that you ask me?
Well, I guess what I'm saying is that in order to achieve perfection of joyous perseverance, don't we have to really, really understand what is virtuous and what isn't? Because we can think we're doing something virtuous.
That's true, yeah.
And then when we see that it didn't end up being virtuous, it can discourage us, yes?
Yeah, that's true. That's true. Yeah, many times we have a misunderstanding about virtues and non-virtues. That's happening. But in general, of course, don't look at virtue and non-virtue, what described by religious and what described by textbook. That's the way now. In general, as I said, which is harms and which is benefit. But what is problem with us? Sometimes even we cannot think, okay, I know it's like a harming is non-virtues and benefiting is virtues, but what way you benefiting? Like this, I'm giving alcohol to what called alcoholistic, right? And then giving alcohol to addiction. So, and then, yeah, this is not really called virtues, right? But benefiting, that we might think is benefiting. So therefore, that part of things need to be studied more. If you more study, that much allow you to do more think or tools and options, give you more option. That then it's really help you to better way to investigate it, better way to understand it, right? Sometimes we don't understand. When they explain it, then okay, that makes sense. It's happening now, right? So therefore, you still need to be relying on study to understanding virtue and non-virtues. Yeah, I think.
Can we say that that you benefit somebody, a virtue that benefits somebody, is something that you do to the person, you give to the person, that gets you closer to liberation from samsara. Can you say that as a general definition, that a virtue is something that you do to another sentient being that gets that other sentient being closer to his liberation from samsara?
Joyful?
Not joyful.
What are we talking? Virtue.
She was
That's
asking,
virtue.
Virtue.
Okay.
So she was saying,
yeah, of course, it is virtue, you know. So it is, if you could do someone get close to the liberation, that's wonderful.
No. So,
yeah, that's virtue.
She was saying, how do we know if it's virtue or not virtue? So let's say when I'm helping somebody to test, is this a virtue? Am I benefiting this person? So then I can do a test and say, is this what I'm giving this person, what I'm doing for this person? Is it getting this person closer to liberation from samsara? If the answer is yes, then it's a virtuous thing. If the answer is no, it's another virtue.
Yeah.
Wait a minute.
Is that a good test?
That is it's still broad.
Too broad?
You will not understand every single virtues. Let's say bring close to liberation. What needed for that? Each virtue you need to understand, right? But you can define as bring close. Of course, I will accept, which is you can bring close to someone bring close to the liberations. It's great job. It's like definitely it's virtuous actions. There's no doubt.
Okay.
But the defining that way is general virtue. Still, it's broad class. It's too big. It's like bringing up to the liberations. You need to know what is all this cause and condition for bringing liberation. What you define is that's in general. I understand. I agree with you. Yeah. So.
Because you can do. Let's say you give somebody financial help. If that person, if you know that person is going to use the financial help to have more free time to study the Dharma, then you say, oh, that's a virtuous.
Yeah, that's giving. That's giving is like a perfect. Then it's give good generosity practice. Yeah, it's generosity. Generosity practice is one of the virtues, right? And this is one of good generosity practice. It's skillful, meaningful. Yeah. Okay, and so that's line. Why I'm bringing this line? It's like it's telling us like a more brief way to how what is the joyous perseverance means, like to cultivate virtues which you don't have it, and then develop, increase it what you have it. That's only true. Some are many of our senior great practitioners, day by day, time by time, their mind is only okay. How I develop compassion, how I do this practice, how I do this practice, how I do this practice, instead of thinking other things. So there are many possibility in this our world, especially in I think what I saw. I have a direct experience in Buddhist society. Has many of them as having keep mind, their minds keeps with the virtues continuously, day by day, time by time, hours by hours, right? So that actually joyful efforts. Let's take an example. If you go to Dharamsala or other places, or like a monastery, there are many people dedicate their life for retreat, and then of course they want to eat it, and they do something for food and some things, but most of them is not really work hard for that. So, and how should be their mind? Only what I learning, meditation, reflection, learning, meditation, reflection with the virtues, right? That's a lot of example we have it. That we call it's like a joyous perseverance. And then mixing, sometimes like a virtue, sometimes non-virtues, and that's also the little bit different. And then look at myself and yourself, compare with them, how much I have like delight on virtues actions, like a day by day. Like I said, today, do really I had it perseverant I mean like a joyous perseverant, joyful effort. That's you have to investigate it, and then that's the need to do it. It's last time one of the patients is called patients for what thinking Dharma. Yeah, we have 3 patients, right? The last patients. So one patient is accepting suffering. Another patient is disregarding of harms done to you. And then what's the third one? Tibetan says it's something like you are being patient with the Dharma practice, I think.
Certitude about the teachings.
Certitude about the teachings.
What's that?
Certitude about the teachings.
So yeah, okay. What's the certitude?
Certitude. To be certain.
Certitude. Yeah, okay. Certitude about the teachings. Yeah. Thank you, Susan. That's Sean. Yeah. Okay, that's kind of patience and joyful efforts are very much connected. So okay, so that's those things, and then also Shantideva says there are many way having enjoyed. There are many different type of happy and enjoyed. Why you only collected that temporary one? That's also, I don't remember exactly the line by line. So it says there are many happiness there, but why you only is choosing that which is temporary one, or why you only choosing that which is cause of suffering, something like that. This is the meaning. Okay, I'm not remember the exact line, the Shantideva text. So therefore, what I'm saying is how we can build it up, the joyful effort. That's the saying, right? Joyful effort, because it has to be only doing with the virtue things, and then ask question that why need it for virtues and how. That's the thing, right? But still, we'll be talk more about that. How can practice, how can begin that joyful effort, right? So also the one of Kadamba master said, the best joyful perseverance is to be able to let go of the endeavors. Let's say, I think let go attachment is okay. It say the best joyful perseverance is to be able to let go of the attachment or clinging. That's the point, because we are not. That's the brings are like a clinging and attachment brings are one of the laziness, which is not let us do dharma practice, not let us do virtues, right? So therefore, that's to say best joyful perseverance is to be able to let go of the attachments. What's that?
It says the best joyful. The word you're trying to say is endeavor.
Endeavor, okay. And another said the root of the joyful perseverance lies in contemplating death. So if you want to build up if you want to have it that kind of joyful perseverance, contemplating more on a death impermanent. So how much you are contemplating on death impermanent, that will help you to more having like a joyful effort.
Why? Because you can die any moment. That's
yeah. Then why are you wasting time for nothing to it?
What about freeing yourself from aversions? Freeing yourself from clinging or attachment. Should you free yourself from aversions too?
Of course.
Equal?
No, this is not talking equal. Because attachment, clinging is directly disturbing us to like having joyful effort. Not angry, not aversion that much like cause us habit. So because having more laziness, look at what is the cause of laziness? Clinging, attachment. It's not the anger. The anger is not the cause of laziness.
I'm not talking about it. Aversion. Aversion is when you don't like something. Aversion. There is attachment, clinging. When you want something, you're attached to it, you cling to it. And there's something, aversion, when you don't like something. You don't like it. It's the opposite of attachment. Aversion is the opposite of attachment. So the question is,
yeah, you do.
How to get rid of aversions as getting rid of attachment? Does it have the same weight, aversions as attachments?
The Kadamba master said, that's our belief. He said, just let it go attachment. Then we really don't have to think aversion. When you go let it attachment, joyful effort will becomes, and then nothing to do at all. So therefore, this is like described well, and that's also talks a lot of things. And then here continues one of the Kadamba master also said, since no aspect of higher qualities grow in persons who lacks faith, right? Since no aspects of higher qualities grow in a persons who lacks faith, seek a spiritual mentor and read the sutra. And then since no aspect of higher quality grows in the person who lacks joyful perseverance, contemplating death and impermanence and shun laziness. And then again continues, says, since no aspect of the higher qualities grows in the person who is vain, right? Vain. And then you lower your head and adopt humility. If you have possessed these three practices, you will be a suitable basis for the discipline path. What's that? Disciples path, a suitable basis for the Bodhisattva's path, and suitable basis for the secret mantras path as well. In brief, you will be suitable basis for all highest quality.
So the three again.
So, which is lack of faith, you will be not having growing that good qualities. Lack of joyful perseverance, you will be again. It's like a not having the higher good quality. And then once you person who the van, what's it?
Vanity.
What's it?
Vanity is the
Vain.
vain person.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. It means more pride. That's right. Saying. So once you have that, again, it definitely disturbs you have a high good qualities, and therefore, first one to what like a having more once you have a lack of faith, so then what you need to do is seek more spiritual mentors and read the sutras, more studies. That's it. And second, lack of joyful perseverance, you just said contemplating on death impermanence and shun laziness. And then third one is say lower your head and adopt humility. More be simple and humility. That's it. So that is simple humility is not acting, not entertainment, is a sincerely from your thought, from your inside. So it has to be humility and more simple. And then once you have these three quality, then the all good qualities are suitable from you. That's the stated, right? So again, also said here, lack of joyful perseverance, what you do, contemplating on death and impermanence, right? So therefore, see, Lamrim, way beginning, Lamrim talks about the Guru devotions. Then after that, talks about human leisure and opportunity. And after that, talked about death impermanence. These three are helping you to freeing from laziness. You know, this is very good instructed. Before you engage all this like a refuge and other practice, you have to free from laziness, special laziness of clinging on worldly activities, special like a laziness of clinging on what is meaningless things. This is the laziness. So, and then laziness of we have a three laziness, right? Three laziness, say laziness of, you have a three laziness in English. So the laziness of that general say the lazy that don't want to do anything. And then another was say laziness of that discouragement, discouraging yourself that I cannot do it. And this still is laziness. And then a third laziness is like a more delighting for doing like a meaningless things, or clinging on doing meaningless things. These are three laziness. So therefore, if you're not free from this three laziness, your Dharma practice will be like not perfect, right? You cannot success your Dharma practice. So therefore, Lamrim said, way beginning, think these are this. It's actually helping you to free from laziness, right? Actually, let's say the human leisure and opportunity and death impermanent. These two, whoever like asking me to, okay, what I need to practice, I recommend it, because this is the first step of Lamrim practice, the reflecting on, meditating on human leisure and opportunity, and meditating on death impermanence. So that's two is help you to eliminate for wrong thought, and also helps you eliminate the for laziness. Let's say part of the human leisure and opportunity, say what understanding you have that quality, human leisure and opportunity, right? Recognizing what is human leisure and opportunity is help you to free from that laziness, which is like I say, I cannot do it. I cannot do anything. So enlightenment, okay, so far from me. Like liberations, not really. And compassion, also not really. I cannot do that. So that laziness, you are contemplating on identifying each like a human leisure and opportunity is help you to, you do have a qualified, you do have a like a strength and potential to develop it. That's the part you understand. That understanding that part help you. One thing is like freeing from that laziness which is discouraged to you, and then another thing is uh, uh, what's called what I cannot do Dharma practice. That is one of the wrong things, right? This help you to free from that. And then again, part of the human leisure and opportunity here say one is the identifying what is human leisure and opportunity, and what do you call, and then okay. Let's say first, what is the four wrong thought? Like, what is the four wrong thought, and what is the four laziness, right? The first wrong thought is, if we are successful this lifetime, and then Dharma is not necessary. This is the one wrong thought, right? Dharma is not necessary. And second one is, even I agree that Dharma is important, but I cannot do that. That's second wrong thought. And then third one is, yeah, I can do it, but I cannot do right now, right? So I might do in a future lifetime. So this is another wrong thought. And then say, and the fourth one is, even I do have understand, okay, I have to do this lifetime demo practice, but I will do when I retry it. I will do like when I having more opportunity time in the future. So this is the four wrong thought. And then first, the understanding human, what is the human leisure and opportunity? It's let you free from the, I think, free from that laziness or free from that wrong, that even, yes, I have to do Dharma practice, but I cannot do it. That thoughts. It's help you to free, eliminate that thoughts, wrong thoughts, and also help you to free from laziness, which is discouraged to yourself, right? That's the one. And then second one is understanding how important and meaningful of human leisure and opportunity, right? How important, meaningful, and I mean like a Dönchawa. It's meaningful, or how important and how meaningful human leisure and opportunity when I have it. So if you understand that how it's meaningful, that's help you to do that's help you to understand, as I have to do Dharma practice. So the one of the wrong thought, it's a, if I'm more like having this lifetime settled down, I don't have to do any Dharma practice. That's wrong thought, right? Now, understanding the human leisure and opportunity is very meaningful, what you have it. So that help you to, yes, even I'm more settled down in this lifetime, this life, but still I need to do Dharma practice. It brings you that kind of thought. Yeah, I have to do Dharma practice, because understanding how it's important because this is the powerful life to let you free from suffering forever. Then why not Dharma practice? That's the same, right? And then still it's part of that very difficult to attend human leisure and opportunity life. So understanding that, it's helped you to yes, I have to do Dharma practice this lifetime. Not that I can I cannot wait until the next lifetime. I have to do Dharma practice this lifetime, and it's also let you free from laziness, or call I think that's the first laziness. What called is clinging on worldly. What is it? Clinging on worldly activities, meaningless things, right? That's laziness. So yeah, it has helped you to from that laziness, and also help you to do Dharma practice in this lifetime.
Here it says attachment to ignoble activities. Ignoble is like things that are not virtue.
Oh, okay. Yeah, and then simple words say meaningless, right? Okay. And then fourth one is, now it's go to death impermanent. Understanding death impermanent, it's let you understand, okay, now I cannot wait until I retire. I have to do right now. Dharma practice I have to do right now. So, and then also it's help you to free from that laziness, like a postponing. I can do tomorrow, and I can do tomorrow. This is the laziness, right? The first laziness is like what general call is laziness. Don't want to do anything. And second laziness is postponing, to do next and next and next. And third laziness, I cannot do it, discouragement. And fourth laziness, that more clinging on that worldly activities, right? So therefore, understanding human leisure and opportunity, all this package, and death impermanent, totally you contemplating more, meditating more, that help you to free, eliminate this all wrong thoughts. That brings you perfect that mind. I have to do Dharma practice because this is the only one opportunity I can possibility that I have it. So this is the only one I can free from forever suffering. Why not I do Dharma practice? And then also it's helped me to do Dharma practice this lifetime, because I have all this what called yeah, because this I have to do this lifetime, because this having that kind of life is very difficult, therefore I have to do this lifetime. And also I can do it, this Dharma practice, therefore because all this strength and potential I do have it. And then I have to do this lifetime, but not just end of this lifetime, just do right now. I have to do right now because it's not remaining long. And then death is certain, and never know when death is comes. So therefore, this all like a very good instructed for us. We first say Guru devotions, go to enlightenment, understanding path of enlightenment. You have to rely on Guru, otherwise you will not understand all this path. So Guru devotions, first you have to build up the faith to textbook, Guru, Lama, all this you have to build faith. And after you have faith strong, then what you will need to do is, Guru will instruct you how to contemplating on human leisure and opportunity. You do exactly how to say it, and you do it more until you achieve something. And then death is permanent. Once you have this two, then all this entire Lamrim practice up to here, we're talking about perfection of joyful perseverance. This up to here, the good quality will be easily get it for you once you have these two perfect, because these two will let you free from laziness.
The faith and the Guru devotion.
Faith and the Guru devotions, that's the need to first, which you need to rely. And what really need to practice is like a contemplating more on human leisure and opportunity and death impermanent. These two is help you to free from laziness. So, and this two is help you to not just free from laziness, it just brings you more that thought, delight to virtues, actually say, better way to say that. It will be bringing you to delight to virtues. And then other good qualities, which is talking all this, not found you not difficult for you.
It's also dangerous that, I don't know if it's discouragement, but somebody said, oh, you know what, It's not postponement, it's not other discouragement, that somebody says, it's too late. It's too late. I'm too old, it's too late, I screwed up, too late.
This is the one of laziness I just talked it. This is the one of laziness that I cannot do it.
They cannot do it.
Yeah, it's included there. Too late means I cannot do it, right? So, okay, so, uh-huh,
So when you say Dharma practice,
uh-huh,
like if I'm at work and I'm just thinking of death and impermanence,
uh-huh.
would that be considered Dharma practice, or are you talking about a more formal?
It is part of Dharma practice, which is brings you a lot of good Dharma practice, which is cause you like to do the more Dharma practice, right? So yeah, so it is Dharma practice, but you know, but death here say just thinking death impermanent is not really that idea to what we need to collect means, right? So just thinking I'm going to die, it's not really. But what you really think is, I'm going to die without any collected of virtue, without any collected, accumulated of none, like a merit. So I'm dying with all these negativity actions. I'm dying with having only the bad karma. That you have to edit with the death impermanence. Then you, once you're more having scared to death, that much you brings you, okay, I do good karma and good karma, because you're thinking I'm dying with the bad karma. And then what happening after bad karma? Then suffering and suffering and suffering overcomes, right? So therefore, when you think death impermanent, if you think with this, that more makes you help. Just thinking death impermanent is like a, it's what called, just makes you scared, that all.
You have to think the connection doesn't have to be formal. When you think death of impermanence, not think of death, oh, I'm going to die and everything is bad. Death of me, I'm going to die, therefore when I come home, I'm going to read Lamrim.
Yeah.
I'm going to death of impermanence, therefore, what can I do tomorrow that's a good virtuous deed? Connected to
And I do all connect the dots, but before I was working again, I was much more involved with actual text and study. Now it's more, I'm thinking about it and I connect everything, but I don't know, because it's not as formal as this.
It doesn't have to be formal, it doesn't have to be.
Yeah, but isn't practice the ultimate form of formality? You're actually taking what you learned and you're applying it.
Yeah, it is.
That's really what you want to do, right? I mean, that's
But also, I know it's not busy, as I've spoke to you about this before. Sometimes when I'm thinking about Dharma and things, it leads me to more suffering. And then I like to do meaningless things to take my mind off of that. So.
Yeah, my answer would be same to you. When you said that, and then I also I thought
it's good to have like meaningless things, just not to think about suffering sometimes.
let's say it's good me think that I'm suffering to understand English, right? What do you think? I feel sometimes it's bringing me more suffering because I know English compared with the Rinpoche. I told you that, right? Rinpoche is peaceful. He teaches after like a translation, use the translation, he teaches it, and he go back, no one complain, no one talks, nothing. He's peaceful, right? But regarding that, see, I'm having more suffering, a lot of complaint and so on, this and that. It's good to understand English or not good to understand English? What do you think? Yeah, so same way.
Same. Okay.
Yeah, there are a lot of complaint, but sometimes it's more benefiting here to understand English. Even I'm suffering with the complaint, but having more benefit, therefore okay. So therefore say patience, accepting suffering. You go back to look at that, like accepting suffering, and then also patience with what is it? What Sean said it. Certitude, right? Dharma, certitude teaching.
Yeah, I was going to say the alternate of that is like enduring hardships for the sake
Yeah, these two patients, if you learn, then you will understand. You are causing more suffering to yourself, or you are bringing benefit, right? And then I'm keep repeating that. So also think that tomorrow, if you have exam, then it's better to think today having exam or not think today exam, because thinking more having exam is making you more nervous. Problem cause suffering. Then what is good to think? What is good? Good to think it on having exam, or try to stop to think on that. Try having exam, because both are suffering, right? If nothing it, we'll suffering tomorrow and long. Think it, nervous, suffering. Both are suffering. What are you going to choose? This is our life. We having anything we do having suffering, but suffering use it for something meaningful. That's good. Suffering uses for something meaningless. That's just suffering. If suffering uses it for meaningful, suffering brings you good quality, which is good. Because anyhow, our life is suffering, that's said, right? So therefore, they are no really joyful. So, okay.
Then also, then we can also think about the suffering of the lower realm, right? We're talking about death and impermanence as a motivating, factor for trying hard and not being lazy. And so likewise, like fear of the lower realm.
Yeah, that's very true. That's very true.
A lot worse.
But the one thing is like not mentioned openly, because how much you believe on lower realms, that is different, right? So yeah, you're not really believe on like hell beings after being hell beings. Then talking it like a thing hell beings, you will laugh. So therefore, yeah, what Anila says, many of our practitioners are also doing that. This is the Tibetan community, the senior people are, they are more scaring to them to, oh, I will be fell in lower realms, I will rebirth in lower realms, how much suffering there. Therefore, I have to do right now something. Even you go to New York, you will see how the senior people are keeping busy. Right? How much they keep busy in their life. They are not interested to watch TV. Right? They are not really interested to like a chit chat and communicate with someone. So just reciting money or doing something, the virtue activities. So, but law in Tibet and India, where is Tibetan community, and then even New York, I saw many of them. So Himalayan Elder Project, that's the one project there, is big help them. It's really good helping them, and everyone's, all the senior people's like very much like it. So yeah.
So what do? They study the Dharma, they meditate, they do virtuous deeds. What do? How do they keep busy doing that?
Yeah, they keep busy with the reciting mantra. They keep busy with the prayer things. That's what they do. But I don't think they are really keep busy doing with the meditations and like a study Dharma. But still, there's some busy with the virtue, but not the perfect busy. They are not the perfect busy, because they are not keep busy with the more powerful and useful things, right? But something is good that reciting mantra and keep prayers is much better than to be watching TV and like gossips, right? Yeah.
You were kind of saying they're busy with the community, maybe?
What's that?
Helping each other.
Community, right?
Look, guys, really not really. They're helping each other, but senior, how much they can help? Like above 80 years, how much they can help each other? So that's what I'm taking an example. What they can do. No, helping each other. That's what he said it.
Community, right? So the community can work, helping each other laterally, right? So a bunch of 80-year-olds helping each other.
Like help to paint this, like a house and build it up, or like some kind of garden. Also, this that you say, right?
No, but they can
that's
also,
what you're talking about, yeah.
Can also be helped.
It is. It is. Yeah, it is. That's true. But I don't know really what is really pointed. What is your pointed? I don't know. But yeah, what I mentioned is like they keep
My
this
point is that, consider that being helped
to
as a
others.
senior, right? Accepting help.
Or we help to senior.
Right.
Or you are not talking senior help to someone.
No, seniors
Yeah.
accepting help. Because a lot of seniors here, they don't want to accept help. They think they're
Yeah, that's true.
and think that they're, they should be helping. And
that part is
right?
every time they appreciate it. Every time they appreciate it.
They feel as if they can't help.
Yeah.
Right?
So this is the one truth that accepting help is really, and then they appreciate a lot who help them. They never think who you are, telling me to help, right? They think you are the perfect persons. You really helped me. Thank you, and thank you. There are a lot of thinking to the project, who as well sponsor, whoever, So this is big difference, I think. Yeah.
Well, I think there's a lot there because you say, you talk about what's meaningful, right?
Mm-hmm.
So what's meaningful is a senior who, can say, well, I worked, I helped the community. Now, other people are helping, and so that there's a continuity, there's a model, right? And in order to help, there has to be something or somebody to help, right?
Yeah.
So in our society, it's all okay. We're going to help ourselves. We'll help, similar age or our children. And the seniors end up, they don't want to accept help.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
Yeah, that's true.
They end up having to, and then they feel like they're useless, right?
Yeah.
So but that's a mentality.
Yeah.
Anyway, so that's a sidetrack.
We think it comes from more pride. To not accepting help is pride.
Right.
Okay, whatever. So far, what I try to tell is what is the definition of how we define joyous perseverance, and then adding a little bit this and that, how we developed it. So actually, I thought cover the next one, like a developing patience of the accept. Where am I? Oh yeah, I thought how to begin the practice of joyous perseverance, and also that as to the fault of not joyous perseverance. So what I need to do, because this is not that long, next time, the next Tuesday, you read it, these two, because I'm not taking long time for that. I'm just really actually starting from the division of the joyous perseverance. But these two, you read it, and we will take 30 minutes or 40 minutes for answering and discussion on that. And then keep moving from division of joyous perseverance. Okay, just read by yourself. The benefit is general idea is how to begin the same idea. So you think more benefit of having joyful effort, or of having fault of having more laziness. That's just how much you think it, that much help you. And then thing is not enough that you understand, right? So okay, let's say he is my brother, she is my sister. That's really satisfied. So okay, if you think really how is my brother and how sister, you will feel better. You will feel different. It's closer, right? Is you will getting closer. So that's I just giving you example. Thing means what? Thing means not enough that you, okay, I don't have to think it on again and again repeatedly because I know it, right? I know he's my brother. I know she's my sister. That I'm not saying you think it. I'm saying think how he is my brother, how she is my sister. From beginning, same parents and playing and everything, how much you think it, that much your mind is getting more closer and closer and closer. Makes you a different feeling. Actually, the main point I'm saying is thinking emphasizedly like that. It makes you a different feeling. So therefore, so even like here's a fault and benefit. Roughly, Lama Tsongkhapa was mentioning in Lamrim. At least this is like you can review it, reflect it. Each benefit takes the time to reflect how it's benefit and really it is or not. So how much you think it is benefit or not, that much it may help you to your mind close to bring up joyful effort. This is the idea here, right? Same we did with the patience, same we did with the morality, same we did with the generosity practice. So therefore, this is the general idea and useful and easy for us to reflect it and meditate on that. The fall and benefit, right? So because we are too much looking benefit, this is the perfect for us, this practice. It's very much suitable with us. So therefore, these two, like a subject, you read it by yourself and then bring his caution and then also not just read it, reflected on that. So as I said, this is the very important for having a joyful mind. So and then it takes like a 30-40 minutes for discussion on that and then continues going after, like I say, 7 to 7:40. Then after that we're going to start the division of joyful perseverance. Okay. Division.
The division.
Division, yeah.
Section C on 184.
Yeah. That's when we're going to start it, but I'm not saying you think that. You think the beginning one, benefit and fault of. Sashi Begi Joshi Melo Dam Rira Lingshin Yimbe Yambadi Sanje Shindu Mide Togu Namda Shingla Juba Sho Idama Guru Ratna Minde Lagani Ataya Mi. May the precious Supreme Bodhicitta arise in those in whom is not yet arising, and where his has arisen, may it not decrease, by ego increase more and more. By this virtue, may all being perfect accumulation of merit and wisdom, and achieve the two holy bodies that arise from merit and wisdom. Okay.